What if your body never got tired? For one man, it's not a fantasy. It's his reality. A reality science cannot explain. This is Dean Karnazes, an ultramarathon runner who defies human limits. He's run 350 miles without stopping, a feat that should be impossible. But for Dean, the impossible is just another Tuesday. His ability wasn't discovered in a lab, but on the grueling tracks of the world's toughest races. While others collapsed from exhaustion, Dean kept going. Doctors and scientists took notice, putting him through rigorous tests to find the secret to his endless endurance. The results were baffling. Most people's bodies produced lactic acid during intense exercise, causing fatigue and cramps. It's the body's natural stop sign. But Dean's body is different. He can flush lactic acid from his system so rapidly that he essentially never hits the wall. His metabolism operates on a level that scientists have never seen and cannot fully comprehend. Is he the next step in human evolution, or a complete biological anomaly? The mystery of Dean Karnazes remains unsolved, a living testament to the fact that we don't have all the answers. In the quiet suburbs of San Francisco, a man named Dean Karnazes lived a life many would call successful. He had a prestigious corporate job, a loving wife, and the promise of a comfortable future. But beneath the surface of this picture-perfect existence, a deep-seated restlessness was brewing. A voice from his past, a whisper from his youth, was growing louder, calling him back to a life he had long since abandoned. This is the story of a man who traded a suit and tie for running shoes and embarked on a journey that would defy the known limits of human endurance. Dean wasn't always a corporate man. As a teenager, he was a promising long-distance runner. He excelled in cross-country, pushing his body to its limits, feeling an unparalleled sense of freedom with every stride. He once ran a charity event, circling a track for hours on end while his classmates cheered him on. But as high school ended, the pressures of the real world took over. The path to success, he was told, was paved with college degrees and corner offices, not endless miles on a dusty trail. So, he hung up his running shoes. He went to business school, got a good job, and did everything he was supposed to do. He was successful, but he wasn't fulfilled. The runner inside him was dormant, waiting. The turning point came on the night of his 30th birthday. He was at a bar, celebrating with friends. He had everything a man could want, yet he felt completely empty. As the clock neared midnight, something inside him snapped. He looked at his life, the meetings, the deadlines, the endless chase for a bigger paycheck, and he knew he couldn't do it anymore. He made an excuse, walked out of the bar, and went home. But he didn't go to sleep. He found an old, worn-out pair of running shoes in the back of his closet. Without changing out of his clothes, he stepped out into the cool night air and just started running. He didn't have a destination, he didn't have a plan, he just ran. He ran through the quiet, sleeping streets of his neighborhood, the city lights blurring into a stream of color. He ran as the sun began to rise over the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. He ran for 30 miles, a distance he hadn't covered since he was a teenager. When he finally stopped, exhausted but exhilarated, he called his wife from a payphone. He told her he was miles away and needed a ride. He also told her he had found himself again. That night, Dean Karnazes, the businessman, died, and Dean Karnazes, the ultramarathon man, was reborn. This wasn't just a midlife crisis. It was an awakening. Dean quit his job and dedicated himself entirely to running. Not just jogging, but extreme, almost unbelievable feats of endurance. He ran 350 miles in 80 hours and 44 minutes without sleep. He ran a marathon to the South Pole in temperatures of minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. He completed the infamous Badwater Ultramarathon, 135 miles through Death Valley in the peak of summer, where temperatures can soar to 120 degrees. And most astonishingly, he ran 50 marathons in 50 states on 50 consecutive days. How is this possible? What makes Dean Karnazes different from the rest of us? The scientific community became fascinated. They brought him into their labs, hooked him up to machines, and put him through a battery of tests, trying to unravel the mystery of his seemingly limitless stamina, and what they discovered was astounding. The key lies in something called lactic acid. For most athletes, lactic acid is the enemy. When you exert yourself, your muscles produce it as a byproduct. As it builds up, it causes that familiar burning sensation and muscle fatigue, forcing you to slow down or stop. This point is called the lactate threshold. The higher your threshold, the longer and harder you can perform. Most elite athletes have a very high lactate threshold, but they all have one. Eventually, the acid builds up and they have to stop. But when scientists tested Dean, they were baffled. They put him on a treadmill and had him run at a grueling pace. They expected his lactate levels to spike, forcing him to stop within 15 or 20 minutes, like any other world-class athlete. But they didn't. The tests went on and on. After an hour, the scientists, not Dean, were the ones who were exhausted. They stopped the test because they had never seen anything like it. Dean's body simply wasn't accumulating lactic acid. It was as if he had a unique physiological ability to clear the lactate from his system as quickly as it was produced. In essence, he could run almost indefinitely without hitting the wall. Further studies suggested another incredible advantage. His body seems to have a remarkable ability to regulate muscle damage. During extreme exercise, muscles break down, releasing an enzyme called creatine kinase, or CK, into the bloodstream. High levels of CK indicate severe muscle damage and pain. In a normal person, after a marathon, CK levels would be sky high, around 2,400 units per liter. After one of Dean's grueling runs, his levels were a mere 447. His body seemed to not only resist fatigue, but also recover from damage at a superhuman rate. Is it his genetics? His training? A combination of both. Scientists believe he may possess a rare genetic trait that gives him this extraordinary capacity. He's a physiological anomaly, a 1 in a billion human who seems to have been born to run forever. His body doesn't just endure punishment, it thrives on it. He once said that after his 350-mile run, his biggest problem wasn't muscle pain, but sleepwalking. His body was so accustomed to perpetual motion that it didn't know how to stop. Dean Karnazes challenges our understanding of human potential. He shows us that the limits we perceive are often just barriers we place on ourselves. He traded a life of comfortable certainty for one of radical uncertainty, driven by a passion he could no longer ignore. His story isn't just about running, it's about listening to that inner voice, the one that calls you to be who you were truly meant to be. He is a living testament to the idea that the human body and spirit are capable of far more than we can possibly imagine. A man who, on his 30th birthday, decided to run away from a life he didn't want, and in doing so, ran toward his destiny. The mystery of his ability remains a fascinating puzzle for science to solve. But for Dean, the answer is simple. He just keeps running. His journey raises a profound question. If one man can possess such an extraordinary ability, what other hidden potentials lie dormant within the human race? Are there others like him, with unique gifts waiting to be discovered? Perhaps the next evolution of humanity is already walking among us. Next time, we, explore the incredible story of a man whose mind operates on a completely different level, the boy who could see the world in numbers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for our next video.